Hello, everyone.
What's up, mother cluckers? Rock, rock.
Wow. Wow. Everybody in chat, please do not egg her on. This is going to be a long show.
Yay!
Welcome to Light Language number 13. Lucky number 13. We are here with Tuta Speaks, also known as Cluck Cluck.
Cluck, cluck.
Oh my God.
Karen, Starseed Awakening 1111. At this point, I'm just Tarot Stash. And this is for entertainment purposes only. Please do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance, really. Like and subscribe to all of our channels, blah, blah, blah.
And watch out for the trolls.
Watch out for the trolls.
Is anybody going to be trolling us?
Wow.
Wow.
So, how have you two been?
The energy's been a little wackadoodle, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Wackadoodle?
Yeah.
Wackadoodle how?
I would say that, some days it's like a really strong flow of energy, and then I get like energetically wiped out, and I'll be so tired, but I can't sleep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How's the energy been for you, Karen?
It has been a little wacky in the aspect, like I described it the other day as being on the precipice of knowing that there is a lot of change coming and happening. And, there's almost days where I completely feel disconnected from my body. It is very, very weird. Like my body might be really like, let's go. But my brain is like, let's go to sleep,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a little weird.
Yeah.
So
How about you, Gerald?
It has been actually since February 10th, I have been feeling not connected or connected in a different way. So it has been very unsettling. It's sitting next to the outlet instead of actually being plugged into the outlet. The dimmer switch is on. So, and it has come around within the last week or so.
Yeah.
But it's been one of those things that's like, ooh, this is strange.
So. Apparently a lot of people are feeling that way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Brain is molasses. Yeah, like that.
About molasses, I bought some. I bought some, and I was shocked that it wasn't super slow. It was like watery.
Really? You sure it was good?
And still got to work the 9 to 5. And Wayne said, my get up and go has got up and went. And Diana, oil painter, Goddess Diana, Wonder Woman, says absolutely the same for me. So, but yeah. Well, and okay, so I do believe this is a time of growth because we've come out of Imbolc, where stuff is starting to grow under the surface. We can't see it. And I don't know about you, but here in Ohio, it is unseasonably warm. So, we're having like 70-degree weather already. It's just the beginning of March, people. That should not be happening.
Yeah.
So
when I got home from work today, we went for a walk, and I was hearing that we should have more snow on the ground than we do in New Hampshire. And I don't know if am I skipping?
No.
Okay. Okay.
No. Do you want to skip?
I do want to skip the rain. I'm just kidding.
I mean, we could do that. So, but so for me, it's been about a week or so where I've started to feel that connection again. And I think a lot of it is, things are going on, just energetically and sorting through.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. So,
yes. Also, I would love to say happy birthday, Pisces. Just saying.
Are you two Pisces? Who's
a Pisces? Raise your hand.
Wow. This is just, it's like you're fishing for compliments. Oh man, the trolls are just all over my head these days. So there are a bunch of the best chatters here. And since we've already been talking for 7 minutes, I'm just going to say, hi, best chatters. Thank you for being here. I have not been able to, I won't be able to go back through and say hi to everybody, but we see you. Thank you for being here. Did you miss us while we were gone?
Mm-hmm.
Did you miss us? So
I did. I missed us.
I did too.
I missed us too.
Yeah. So, but so somebody backstage said it was just like a little chicken came up and whispered in my ear, how's it growing, everybody? So
how's it growing?
How's it growing?
Yeah, how's it growing?
So, oh, wait a minute. I want to say hi to Sunflower's first time catching a live show.
Yay!
Thank you. Good to see you. Yes, everybody has said cluck off to you, JJ. So, and Eliza Bassett said, example, Mars conjunct your natal sun equals Aries. Ooh. So, is tomorrow your birthday, JJ?
Mine is March 7th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's close, Millie. Very, very close.
Yep.
And I'm so excited because the Kung Fu Panda is coming out. There's another Kung Fu Panda. It's coming out March 8th.
March 8th. So they decided to wait.
I love myself some Kung Fu Panda.
There you go. So
I've been meaning to watch the Airbender.
Oh my God, it's so good. Okay, so I've watched all of the Airbenders from like when they were, but the new ones are so good. They got the characters perfect in the real life people. Yeah, they did a really good job.
There you go.
You'll love it.
Karen, when's your birthday? Or if you don't mind saying it out loud on the internet.
No, not at all. Mine's March 16th.
Okay.
So, and then it's St. Patty's Day. Yeah.
That's cool.
And then Easter's the last day in March, right?
I don't know. I'm like, I don't know.
I know.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah. How's the production going for the eggs?
Well, I got to tell you, production's been a little wackadoodle.
Wackadoodle.
Yeah, we've been hopping. Things have been hopping over here.
Oh, wow. Wow. Do we need to be accepting of the current energy, or is it possible for us to change the energy of our environment? We can control our reality, right?
I know. Ugh, right? We've got no control, but it's all in our control. You have free will, but everything's destined. It's like, my head.
Did I star that or did you?
I did.
Oh, okay. Because I was trying to press it at the same time. I was trying. I really like the question, because I am a firm believer that I like the way JJ said is like, you control it, but it's destined. I'm a firm believer that we can control certain aspects of it. I also think that as a collective, if we are thinking about bad stuff and things that are going bad and how bad it could be, then you bring that stuff into existence. So I try to be pink fluffy bunnies and butterflies and unicorn kisses and everything nice, and really try hard to stay in that space. And that's just how I do it. So
this is a great question, Richie's Reach. Thank you.
Yes.
Because and I'm going to give a response similar to JJ, because when we accept our the current energy,
yeah,
then we have the possibility to make changes to it. Are you all hearing a cat? Because I'm like going suddenly. I'm like going, okay.
What's happening right meow?
Yeah. Even the cat agrees.
There's a cat in my room somewhere.
Okay. So I think the first thing that we have to do is we have to accept the current energy.
Yeah.
Because then we are in the present moment, I feel. We are then able to make adjustments to it. We can manifest the energy that we want. So yeah.
Yeah.
So it's Karen's kitten.
Yeah.
Kitty heard there was chicken, just saying.
Yeah. She heard there was chicken clucking.
And Care Bear's cat just meowed too. Richie, what do you think about what I just said? What we were talking about. What do you two think about what I just said? We'll ask that.
I agree because it pretty much goes along with what I'm saying. I mean, but you brought it even further back than I did, because you have to accept what's going on right now, what your present energy is, what your present state is, and then manifest it or think it differently if you don't like it. But
yes.
and that's where it is acknowledging, okay, well, for me, okay, I'm just saying for me right now, I would be like, okay, well, I don't like this aspect or this portion, and I want to change that. So then I think about all the positives that are happening in my life, and I concentrate more on that.
Yep.
Because that brings more positive into my life.
Yes.
If I'm concentrating on this negative portion of, because it's not all negative, but if I'm concentrating on just this and how much I hate this and how much, then I'm bringing more of that to my life.
Yes.
But so I would agree, you do need to be cognizant about what that energy is currently doing for you.
Yes, I just helped to co-facilitate a class with Val from Dragonfly Crystals. We were talking about the quantum field manifestation, and it's like with magic. Intention is everything with magic, and a really important part of that is the energy about how you feel, the emotional connection. So so you think about it in the sense of, how am I going to feel when I have all of these things that I am asking for? It's emotions. Emotions run in the quantum field. Emotions are, I think, an example of light language, because that a lot of artists, we have musicians that create, and they're creating their light language. Artist, light language. dancers. It's a form of light language. So I think we have to accept where we are and then make steps to have it be different. So especially around that, we see, I'm going to sneeze.
JJ.
Oh,
I just didn't want to do that, and have like a moose suddenly appear in JJ's window. What was that? So thank you. Well, I think, okay, so what we notice, I mean, legit, what we pay attention to, we see more of.
Yeah.
It's like what Karen said. It's so true. Acceptance is always the first step toward any change. Yep. Intention. Cinnamon blown in the front door brings abundance. 2 months in a row now, my $400 electric gas bill has been free credit for overpayment. Very nice. Yeah. Clearing the energy there. And Cheryl says, do you feel into negative or do you feed into negative or feed into positive or change your footsteps if you dance?
Terry, holding your space. She was talking about how she was just talking about these places called cenote or cenote. There are these beautiful bodies of water where like sharks will come in, and that the sharks fall asleep, but the little fish are still swimming around, and had that message of like the beasts are resting, like the sharks are resting, and just the idea of going in and floating or being near like the peaceful sleeping beast can mean like a shadow, could be something coming in fast. It could be whatever it is you want it to be, but it's really interesting to just kind of like surrender and be next to the sleeping beast. And how does that make you feel when you think about it? Like, is there fear? It's almost like connecting those inner beasts, the inner sharks, the inner, so it's almost like in that story, there's not really a negative or a positive. It just is. And so just being with a story. One thing they were also talking about was Tuto was just saying that with the light language and telling a story, whatever your light language is, whether you're the storyteller, whether you're the dancer, the artist, this person who carries the symbols in this lifetime, it's when you tell your story in whatever way feels comfortable for you, whether you write it down and you tell it to yourself, or you write it down and speak it in the dark, or if you get up on a stage, it's like the more we share our stories, even if you feel like it's not important, it's like it puts it out there as if that's like your life song so far, I like that thought.
Do you guys remember when we were talking backstage how we were going to do that?
Yeah.
So I would like to call on Harley's comment, which is at 6:20.
This one, the one that I have highlighted.
Yes.
The one that says, what if you want to change the energy, but you feel there are invisible shackles literally holding you back, only felt by you, or imposter syndrome kicks in trying to hold you back?
So while JJ was talking a minute ago, I was getting some information, and then I turned around and looked over and saw Harley's comment. And so I thought the two kind of coincided together, which is Harley, you're absolutely right. And because you, and take this for what it's worth. Maybe I should explain what we're doing, if that makes sense.
You just do it. It's great.
Just do it.
Okay, just do it. So anyways, I would say, I say this with love and light, that you are absolutely correct. You do have these invisible shackles, and what they are there for is for you to, it's funny because I see these shackles that are going down and holding you to the ground, but they are nothing but a false imprisonment. But on that note, they are giving you the opportunity to heal. And in this moment, in this time that we were talking about, and I don't know if you were here earlier, and we were talking about how the energy is making us kind of feel a little wonky, a little weird. Some of us are tired, we're overslept, we've just feeling really weird. This is the time for you. And they're literally showing me to go back into this book, your chapters, to see what is no longer yours, that you can release, that don't belong to you anymore, because you're a different person. So you have the choice to break those shackles, and only you can do that. And that is with a lot of self-love. That is not a lot of, flogging. I call it, beating yourself up, what you shoulda, coulda, woulda, didda. It's not that. It's about, gosh, you thrived and you survived, and you did it. And so that is what this is about. And so stepping into your own power, and know that, and this is what Spirit is saying. God didn't make any junk. Okay. I usually say spirit, but they're saying God didn't make any junk. And so you didn't make any mistakes. And so nothing about you is a mistake. You are perfect. You are wonderful. And you just need to acknowledge that and believe that. So, and on that note, I'm going to say something in light language, and take it, whoever needs this. Atu eme ekne eshine uta bramo 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 asakna akte ete 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 shunumo at. Okay. Okay. That's it.
She's just like, okay, there you go.
There you go. So. Hey, you know what? I have this little tiny, and I meant to bring it out. It's over there in the other room. And it's this little tiny fan that's probably this big.
I was. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Karen's mic drop.
Karen's mic drop. It was beautiful. JJ, did you have anything to add to that?
I think that was said perfectly. I could have used a little more light language.
Oh, well, here, Karen, can you give us some more light language, please?
Okay, we'll have to pick the mic back up.
Oh, here. Let me hand that to you.
There's going to be, it's going to come. They're telling me it's going to come each time we pick a name. Oh, yes. Hold on a second. Hold on. But yeah, it'll.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Cute. That's so cute.
That's so good with the tiny hands. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Wow.
So when I get my hot flashes, What is that? What is that saying? Oh, I have to think of that saying. It's a Southern thing.
Yeah.
What an exasperating day.
No, it's like, I got the vapors. The vapors.
The vapors. There you go.
Yeah, I want to talk about the ancient things, Wayne. Yeah, I want to talk about what
this
Wayne
one
brought up. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so funny. They are bringing up what was it called? Pong. It was like it was an Atari game before
the first video game.
Yeah,
one of the first.
Yeah, and it's like bleep, bloop, bleep, bloop, and then it speeds up, you know. So the programming and tough to break through. I think breakthrough was one of like the names of another one that was
Yes,
like
it
Tom.
was.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like in the beginning. Like the giving of birth is like the giving of voice. Ayeta, singing our life into being. Patoka no kakoka yetita. Yanui apakoshta tamawa kiao tiatano ka ushewa. Ayetita naka ushewa. Yanu. And sometimes when we come here as the young ones, Pachiatono kuya tatakanaka ishematiano kiawa. Makoya. Mautiationo tano kushtita yewa no ka pa oshtita. Yatita noshtita. Tatonoma washtita yewa. Yatana katana kushtewa yewa tita. Nta kunatana shtita. That we are, they're just reminding us to just be on the lookout for things that they may be the unseen things, but they're saying in a way that they've given us or we were born with the things that can help not just us individually, but all of it, like all of those energetic imprints that not just humans, but there's something else that left an imprint. It has something to do. You said comet, so they're kind of sticking with comet. And they're talking about like, yeah, if something had come down here on Earth and crashed, it's like humans would get together, like they would find a way to work together and to problem solve. Like if there was like a bacteria growing or something, it's like we'd have to put all of our attention into like working together. So sometimes when those energetic comets come and have this imprint on our lives, sometimes, a lot of times when we feel alone, they just want to let you know that they're like walking with you on the side, in the front. But sometimes when those things, like the spiritual 2x4s or the life that you were born into, sometimes those situations are to make us stronger, not to
break you down.
Yeah, not to like make it simple for lives that people had a hard time, but yeah, great growth comes from those things. So, but they are telling us we have what we need. So
I'm getting all sorts of downloads. So if I suddenly like block out, or if
love
I if suddenly I go, it's because I am. That's exactly what's happening. Because we've been talking about the idea of books, and right now it feels very much like as I'm seeing the symbols moving, it's like what we're doing is we're opening this book for the year 2024 as we know it, March, and we're scanning the table of contents.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we get to decide which chapter am I going to read and pay attention to, which chapter do I want to study, which chapter do I want to erase. There's a whole lot of power in this, and it feels very much, I'm going to have to bring up the idea of dusting again, because there's this opportunity for us to consciously meet where we are and to go, you know what, this is what I'm going to be working on, this thing right here. And so I'm going to be able to Yeah, it's like a choose your own adventure book.
Hmm.
Teresa said, and choose your own adventure. And guess what? You can change your own adventure in the middle of the chapter. You can go, you know what? I don't like that. I'm going back to the beginning and I'm redoing it.
Well, and something that, they keep saying this over and over again, so I have to jump in really quick, which is, you have the choice of doing something different.
Yeah.
You can't do the same thing over and over again expecting a different result. And so you do get to choose, and you do get to do that. I see you put yourself on mute, but you do get to choose and decide what is no longer going to serve you. And that could be all aspects. That could be your personal life, your business life, your work, your work life, your friendships. What are you going to do differently? And go back to, and I'm sorry, it's just the way that it works. Whoever with the shackles, it's like you can continue to be shackled down if that's what's working for you.
Yes.
But until you realize that that's not working for you, and put down those old programming, you're going to keep getting the same results that you've gotten. And I think, for some of us, maybe not all of us, that has to do with a lot of self-love and acceptance, and realizing that those programs that we were fed to, because they just keep feeding as children or young adults, or in relationships that were not the most healthiest or best relationships, really did a number on some of us. And to heal those so that you can be a better person all the way around.
Mm-hmm. Well, exactly. And yeah, short circuit. Just be
That's
a different.
Fast.
Yeah, it can be. You can just try to be a different person. Let's not put I don't want to put the good or bad on it.
Yeah.
Try to be different.
Yeah.
Because try to be your most authentic self. So.
Oh, and something else they were saying when one of you guys were talking, which is, for those of you, there might be a few here tonight or someone that's going to hear it later on, that have this sense of, well, I thought I was going to be farther along in my journey than I am. This is a time of really realizing you're exactly where you need to be. Okay. It's almost like the analogy that they give me, which is two different analogies, which is kind of goofy, is someone that takes medication and then expecting everything to go away right away.
Yeah.
And it was really, the reason why I say they gave me two analogies is because then you have a person who's drinking one sip of wine going, why am I not feeling this? It was very weird analogies for this, but it really is about realizing that this time of pause is exactly what you need right now. You're not going backwards. You are going forward, making new room to heal, grow. And they just say, tend the garden. It's tending the garden right now.
Yeah.
For the new growth. So.
Yeah. JJ, do you have anything that's downloaded that is ready?
Nope. I was just looking at the comments, and Millie was like Mad Libs, switching the script. Mm-hmm. I love a good Mad Libs.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. I feel like I am where I should be, but I thought I was going to stay a human, but I'm an octopus instead. My energy body is so different.
Wow.
Good.
Yeah, and then Teresa said, we're at the end of karma. I think that means the scripts we pre-wrote really are in the trash now. Or like fertilizer in the garden. No wonder we're tired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, and some of us have really done, a lot of work, and it's really odd because I have a bunch of, literally usually there's a certain part of my vision, but there's a bunch of spirit guides of people that are just sitting here with cheerleading outfits on, going, good job on acknowledging these things and changing these things and realizing that we're ready for something different, you know. Um, good job in that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, they like the idea of stepping out of what we used to be. And Tuta has said before to me and to others that like the old ways aren't going to work anymore.
Mm-hmm. So I do for me, I spend a lot of time. Well, I've spent a lot of my career in libraries because that's where I worked. Energetically, I spend a lot of time in the Akashic Records library and that sort of thing. What I keep hearing is there is no difference in value for a book that is 1 page or a book that is 5,000 pages.
Huh.
And I think it's so very important for us to understand that all books are important. Everyone is important. Everyone has their story to tell. Everyone has their adventure that they are going on, that they are experiencing, that they're sharing with others, that they're using to help them heal, to get them to where they want to go. Um, but I keep seeing there is no difference between the one sheet story and the 5,000 page book. There's no difference of worth. Equally powerful. And somebody needed to hear that.
Yeah, and when you're talking about that, they also say like the little ones that are only here for a small amount of time. Maybe they don't leave the womb. Like those short stories can be very very deep as well. It's almost like they come in to dip their toes into the energy of Earth. Maybe that's all they can handle, or I know I've tapped into some before of the little ones that weren't born or had just a small little story. Is that they had so much to do that they wanted to experience this, but they had so much to do they needed to go somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
zip around,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need every page of every book.
Mm-hmm.
And we are all are important. The difference is that each person has their own path. And for me, that's a big deal because you do you, and I want to help elevate you, because when you are elevated, I am elevated. There's no no difference between you and me. So all worthy and powerful. So
Along with that, I would like to add there are some of us that are still learning when to and I just had the conversation kind of along the lines of this, and they gave it back to me to make sure I say this, because some of us are new on our healing journey. And when we were pretty fresh and pretty excited, and we were talking, and we were trying to put our point across, and telling what we're seeing and what we're feeling, and we're sounding a little kooky to other people, and or maybe this is the way it should be, and you're trying to pound it in, so you don't want those people to go through those same pains that you did in the spiritual growth. But you got to remember that sometimes you can't take away the race without they don't get the trophy unless they run the race. So those people, they're saying, like, let them run the race and know when to step off of your soapbox, whatever your soapbox is, you know. I don't know why that was important.
This one.
Yep. That one.
Yeah. I like how my fan matches the background.
I do too. I do too.
Yes.
Not like I planned it, anybody.
Not at all.
No. Well, and I think, yeah, okay, so there have been some great comments. Pipe in, JJ, as you see fit.
I will.
So, okay, Gerald, I got chills when you shared your vision. I've been seeing a book when I close my eyes off and on this week.
Wow.
Deep red gold writing, but I can't see the words clearly. They are blurry.
That's what you said to me. Remember, you said, yeah, you said it had like gold, and I'm just like, oh my God, yeah, I had a vision of a gold book. I mean, a red book that I couldn't understand. I couldn't read it because it wasn't, I didn't understand the language.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
But you know, when I read that, and actually, this is Gerald's thing with the book and the signs. But when I read that, I literally got, maybe right now you don't need to read it, you just need to feel it. But then I was like, oh, maybe I should. Gerald, what do you think about that?
Yeah. Well, I was feeling connected to it. So I've been seeing a book when I close my eyes off and on this week. Deep red gold writing, but I can't see the words clearly. They are blurry. Don't try to see the writing because it is elusive. When you try to make eye contact with it, it dissipates because it's not supposed to be seen straight on. It is supposed to be seen at a different angle. It is forcing you, Care Bear, to go, huh, and then see it and then understand it. It's actually, you know, you're here and I'm not peeking into your book or anything like that because I haven't been given express permission. However, it's okay. Shifting. It may not be necessary for you to focus on the words. Instead of paying attention, pay attention to the vibration from the pages. Cool. It's not the words, it's the vibration, it's the sound, it's the music. So,
like the language, listen to it in a different language. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Stop. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going.
That's so crazy you said that, Care Bear. So crazy. Yeah, mine was a deep red too. And then I think you were the one that said it had gold writing, Gerald.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, side eye. Feel it. Well, and see, and that's the thing. And yeah, dance with it. You're welcome, Care Bear. Because for me, that is something that I do a lot when I'm looking at records and dealing with the symbols. Now that I know that the symbols are light language, sometimes I literally have to go, huh, and then it all makes sense. But we all have, but that's my rhythm. It's not your rhythm. It's my rhythm. So vibrations, yes.
I like what Wayne said too. You have to use averted vision.
Averted vision. Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that.
So does anybody know, and I don't know why they're asking me to bring this up. Maybe it's because I want to be nosy and know. What is the major thing about solar eclipses? Because that's happening April 8th.
Okay. So there was this really cool thing that happened with, was that the lunar? We had like a lunar eclipse, a solar eclipse. And my people got so excited because there was a time where the timelines were going to like overlap or bridge. And so I'm really curious to see what we can find with downloads with this.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the great overlap. They just keep showing me like a planetary overlap. Pakotama kunita kuda tita makoshitaye tita mauyawa nui kanui tatanakiwa yati tunumam koshitaye wa. And it is. It's like a different way of being. That's what I get.
I just know I have to be out there watching it.
Please don't stare into it because you could cause damage to your retinas.
Okay.
Sorry, that was the last that was the last lunar, the last solar eclipse. Everything was going on. Okay, so JJ, as you were talking and you were getting downloads, as was I. I think, and what's great, by the way, this is light language 13, and sometimes we know when others are getting downloads and we're getting information, and we suddenly go ahead. What you got? Yeah. Well, I think so. What's going on with the eclipse is it feels like there is going to be a silence of some of the noise that is happening and some of the stuff that we are used to hearing. It's like if you have a fan on in the background during the summer to keep the house cool, you don't notice the fan. It's that just that ambient noise. And if the power goes off, that fan stops, and suddenly you're like, what's going on?
Where's my noise?
And yes, and I think this is what's going on with the eclipses. We're starting to there's certain levels or range of hearing that is going to be different. They're also telling me that I'm going to have some access to some new seeing some new symbols after this. So
yeah.
I think some of us definitely level up. Yeah.
So
I like that that with the friction with the noise, that I got a yes on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. Fan, furnace, fridge, make all noise. Yes.
Yeah, when the power goes off, it's my favorite time.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I have to say hi to Linda de Gonzalez because we just secured that I'm going to be her first guest on her channel.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations.
I don't know who it's better for, if it's better for me or her, but I'm thrilled.
Or us.
Oh, there you go. And Diana said this eclipse also has the major dragon comet following it path, and this eclipse crosses through San Antonio, where it went in 2023, and Texas is already burning.
Dragon. I got goosebumps on my legs. It's like chicken skin.
Yeah.
Well, when Gerald was talking about new language and new stuff, I mean, I was just getting chills up and down my spine. It was like, oh, yeah.
See, and so that's really interesting. That I hadn't even thought of that. And but when the question was posed, it was like all of a sudden it's like, well, then that's because it's that they're giving me medical terminology and I'm not a doctor, so I don't even understand it. It's like when you AFib something to try to get it back into rhythm. And the question is where are you putting your look at me, and I'm using my hands now. Where are you putting your attention before we go into the eclipse? Because where you focus your attention can be augmented into during the eclipse.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, yeah, they're showing me because I had AFib, which is really funny because I was telling some lies back then.
No.
Yeah. I didn't go to jail for it, so we're okay. But they're showing me the paddles, like when we watch those shows about the ER or whatnot. And with AFib, one of the things you can do, is you have to like charge the heart for it to come back into its rhythm. But what they were showing me is that it's almost like the paddles are like the lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse. It's just like what you said. Almost think about oh, she's moving. You take it. Your turn.
Nope. Go ahead. I'm giving it out. I'm giving the light language out. It's supposed to be silent.
Yeah. Putting in what you really want to like awaken, or something that you want to charge up. Like I know for me, it would always be like charging up like my spiritual stuff is something that I always like to work on. It could be all sorts of things you want to charge up, but yeah, clear.
Yeah. And by the way, Linda, before it goes away, Linda Day Gonzalez, you want a free reading with Sterling? You need to email him per his last show. I mean, she's like totally won the lottery. I mean, she's got a free reading from Sterling, and she has me as a guest.
Wow.
Yeah, clear. A resuscitation, bring me back to life. I kept hearing that song this past summer. So, is it 2 solar eclipses make an X that crosses in Texas?
Yes.
All my exes live in Texas.
And it's burning down.
So yeah, and by the way, Linda did say yes. I went out and I bought lottery tickets today.
Nice.
So okay, there's something else coming in. Karen, did you have something else?
No.
I love it. Did you have something else that you would be willing to share with the audience?
I was sharing it silently. That's how they wanted me to give it. And I was like sending it out silently.
Oh, I know. Okay, homework. Homework, everybody. You ready?
I'm not dusting.
We're not dusting anymore. No, just kidding.
I will. What's the homework?
The homework. Get a piece of paper of any size that does not have writing on it.
Okay.
And write on it 3 things that you know are your superpowers. And I love Karen's look. What?
Like superpowers?
Okay. All right. 3
that
things
sounds good.
3 things that are superpowers, and then spend time at least once a day looking at those and saying, I have this superpower. I have this superpower. I have this superpower. And the reason for that is it's setting you up for the energy that is coming in. It's the growth. We've all heard that story, the science about if you talk to plants, they grow better, and how you talk to plants makes them grow better. How the messages in water guy, where what you say to your water is amplified. Water is a great conductor.
Yes.
I don't know. Okay, I think I said something about superpowers, and you're supposed to do something with it. There you go. They're done.
Okay.
I think you have to believe that you have these powers, and the smallest thing can be a superpower.
Well, and I would agree, because you really are, what they're showing me is like making these, and I don't know, I'm not into medical stuff, but I'm watching these okay, if I'm wrong, I'm just following what they're saying. Watching these synapses, come together, I guess you could say. And it's like, it would be like saying, I'm a clear and concise channel. And then I'm putting it together, and those are coming together of being clear. And I am a clear and concise channel. But not only did I hear, Gerald, the superpower, but what is it that you want to be?
Yes.
So not only what you are, but what do you want to be? And this isn't about my guides are saying, just be careful that you don't fly fish and I'm just going to use this as an example. When I do mine, I do say I'm a clear and concise channel. I don't go, well, what if people don't believe me? What if I don't do that? You throw it out there, you say what you want, and you leave it out there, and don't pull it back. Synapses.
Every time you say I'm a clear and conscious channel, it feels really good to me.
Yes.
Yeah. So, here's what I used to, when I first started, okay, and they're asking me to share because there is something that was said earlier by someone when we were talking about when we get our downloads, and someone said something like pray, or not pray, but, ask for protection or something like that. First of all, some of us, what I do is I call him my gatekeeper, which is my brother. So my brother is my gatekeeper. He's passed away. He's on the other side, and it filters everything through him before it ever comes to me. That is something that I've already put into place, so I don't have to ask for protection every single time. He's there for me. So that's something you all can do. Also, one of the things that they, go back to what I was saying is, when I first started this, I would say 3 times, I would say, I'm a clear and concise channel. I am of service to others, and I am of service to spirit. And I would say those 3 things 3 times. It was just something that I did. And it was almost, I referred to this as my light switch, because, some people need to meditate. I have ADHD. I can't meditate. Okay. Next thing you know, I'm trying to figure out what I'm wearing tomorrow for work and what I'm cooking for dinner. It doesn't work that way. So I had to do this to kind of, to put my light switch on. And so some of you may want to try that. So
it's just so interesting because today is 3-3, and we get you write down 3 things.
3 things.
Oh, nice. Nice.
There you go. And there's 3 of us.
Woo. Oh my God.
I love it. Yes.
Oh, I've turned into the light.
Go into the light, Carol Ann.
Don't get the vapors.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I wrote down homework, 3 superpowers, and they can be, because when we pay attention to these superpowers, therein lies a sense of responsibility and an acceptance of them. It changes the way we look at them. Because Karen, I am like you. I have ADHD. I call it one of my superpowers.
Yeah.
Because how else could I do all of the things and have 4 windows open in the background and watch the chat and do that? So, but
yeah. I have ADD, and on my calendar, I actually found a place to go get some testing and some counseling on how to train my brain or whatever. And so I forgot what I wrote down. And so it was add JJ. And I'm like, add JJ to what? This is called ADD. Oh my God. I laughed so hard when I figured that out. I'm like, oh, that's so ADD of me.
Yep.
Wow.
It's so
Nice.
ADD of me. Gosh, it has been an hour. I think what we will be doing is when we are finished with this, we're going to schedule 2 more times for the month of March to do this, because this has been great. So,
Hypnicity.
multitaskers and overachievers unite.
Unite.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Lord, where are my vapors?
JJ to everything. Funny.
Just a little JJ will make your day, even better. So, does anybody want to say anything to carry us out? Any leftover stuff or anything like that?
I got nothing. How about you, Karen?
I got nothing.
But if we look at that differently, we do have something.
Yes. How about you, Gerald?
I'm thinking it is important for all of us to slow down enough to go, you know what? I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And where am I going next? Because I can influence that.
And what's the saying? Birds of the same feather flock together.
Birds of a feather flock together.
You have just been
flock out of here.
Oh my God. you laid that egg, didn't you?
I did.
Oh my gosh. So, all right. Everybody, thank you for being here. And please remember to do all of the YouTube things and to drink some extra water, because you're totally worth it. So, bye, everybody.